Eberechi Eze remains a primary target for Arsenal in this transfer window. Internal discussions are continuing at Arsenal over what their next steps are going to be, because the deal to bring in Eberechi Eze would require the triggering of a release clause. His release clause is £60 million plus £8 million in performance-related add-ons, which in total is £68 million. So if they were to meet that release clause, they can speak to Eze if Eze wanted to speak to Arsenal. However, if they want to negotiate on that release clause, then they would have to ask Crystal Palace for permission to speak to Eberechi Eze. Now, when you negotiate a release clause, some people immediately think it would mean trying to lower that value. Sometimes it can mean...
Arsenal fans were on the edge of their seats, believing that the long-awaited signing of Eberechi Eze was finally about to happen. After weeks of negotiations, whispers from inside the club suggested that personal terms had already been agreed. The Emirates faithful could almost picture the Crystal Palace star pulling on the famous red and white shirt, gliding past defenders, and lighting up the Premier League. But just as the deal seemed within touching distance, boom! Crystal Palace have slammed the brakes on the entire move, delivering a twist that has left Arsenal supporters stunned and frustrated, face screaming in fear. Sources close to the talks reveal that Arsenal's interest in Eze wasn't just casual. Mikel Arteta had identified him as one of the missing pieces in his puzzle. With his dazzling dribbling, eye for goal, and versatility in attack, Eze was seen as the creative spark to elevate the Gunners' title challenge. The plan was clear. Bring him in before the window shuts, integrate him quickly, and unleash him in the coming fixtures. Everything appeared to be going smoothly. Negotiations over personal terms were reportedly concluded weeks ago. Arsenal were confident, their fans were buzzing, and even neutral observers began to think this was a done deal. But behind the scenes, Palace had their own plans. As the clock ticked down, Palace made it clear they had no intention of losing their starman, at least not without a fight. The South London club value Eze as their crown jewel, a player capable of winning games single-handedly and inspiring the squad. His influence both on and off the pitch has been immense, and with Palace's own ambitions this season, selling him now was simply off the table. The refusal has sparked speculation. Was it Arsenal's final offer that failed to convince? Did Palace suddenly raise the price at the 11th hour? Or did the club decide that no amount of money could replace Eze's impact this season? For Arsenal, this is a significant blow. Arteta had hoped to wrap up the transfer business early enough to focus on the season ahead. The failed pursuit now raises questions about the club's backup plan and whether they have enough time left in the window to pivot toward other targets. The big question remains, is this truly the end of Arsenal's chase for Eberechi Eze, or just a temporary setback? Transfer windows have a way of producing last-minute miracles and also last-minute heartbreaks. One thing is certain, until the final hours tick away, Arsenal's pursuit of one of the Premier League's most electrifying talents will remain a story to watch. And if there's one thing we've learned from this saga, it's that in football, nothing is guaranteed until the contract is signed and the shirt is held up. Stay tuned because this drama is far from over.